Hey, I meant to ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
Like, how's your shoulder doing? Like, you
Going
had
good.
that surgery on your shoulder and everything?
I
You
didn't
don't
have
have any
surgery.
residual pain?
No, I have some residual pain. I didn't have surgery. I just did therapy.
And you got
But
the
it's-
arthritis.
No, I got arthritis in my knees.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think?
What?
I think that you might want to take advantage of this here new law that got passed down there in Florida for that medicinal weed. I got arthritis, bro.
Dude, I got arthritis, man. And it's gonna really hurt. Like, real bro. Can I just? I'm gonna go into my doctor and be like, so, what has to hurt for me to get some medicinal weed? He'd be like, what do you mean? What it has? Everything hurts. It all hurts.
I
can't
back
move.
pain.
Back pain. Yeah.
Everybody has back pain.
Yeah, man. Everybody has back pain.
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be great.
You gonna be smoking that medicinal reefer, bro?
Well, if the doctor prescribes it, I don't have a choice, do I? I'm just kidding.
I gotta do whatever they say.
Well, when the doctor prescribes it for you, you gotta do what the doctor says, because you gotta if you want to get better, you gotta do what the doctor says. I mean, it just obviously makes sense. I mean, come on. Could you imagine me trying to explain that to my elders? Like, well, no, listen, guys, it's medicinal. I got glaucoma.
It's medicinal.
I got glaucoma. I got a doctor's note, guys. Look, and as I'm doing it right there in the meeting there, they're like, what in the world? No, Justin, it's medicinal.
You have early onset arthritis.
Mm-hmm. I do.
And I think arthritis is one of the things that medicinal weed is used for.
Is it?
I mean, I would use it for that.
I did a little.
If I were inclined to, want to use medicinal. I live in Georgia, though, man. That ain't my thing.
That ain't never gonna happen in Georgia. We're one step away from it just being legal on the streets. What are you talking about, man? We're following it in Colorado's.
It's not gonna be long, bro. You guys are gonna. It'll be wide open before too long.
Oh, I know.
You're looking at 2 or 3 years, and it's wide open.
Yeah.
Good times. You better get on the ball. What do you think? What's the what's the appropriate response of a pastoral person like yourself to a bunch of stoners everywhere?
I'm just gonna make sure we've got a lot of Doritos on hand.
Very good.
A lot of Doritos on hand.
Got the Funyuns.
Funyuns, loaves of white bread.
Yeah. It's delicious.
I mean, I'm just gonna have that. I'm just gonna be prepared in that sense, Like we're just gonna have a lot of snacks.
Forget you got the cafe, you got the donuts and stuff going.
Yeah.
Just add a couple bags of Doritos and some.
And then we're gonna change out all the chairs for sofas, like a bunch of little sofas and love seats all over the a couple recliners.
I think you should do that anyway. Yeah.
And how about some beanbag chairs?
Yeah.
And just some rugs, and people can just lay on them.
I like where this is going. I like where your head's at.
Yeah, put some of those like beaded door entrances in.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna embrace it, man.
So it's gonna be like a bad '70s movie environment at Northeast Christian Church. That sounds great.
Yeah. And
then
we'll bring you
innovative.
down. Yeah, well, you gotta reach out to whoever it is that you're reaching out to.
Yeah, and since you're about to have all stoner population down there, let's face it, everybody in Florida is already high.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all y'all already high. I know that.
I mean, I'm not.
No. But everybody
the vast
around
majority of the population is, yeah.
Let me ask you something. Your neighbors? The old man next to you burning down his palm tree or whatever? Trying to burn down his house?
Let me just say this. That guy's smoking something over there.
It ain't even weed. He's smoking oregano, but it's still working for him.
Yeah, he's smoking something over there. It's funny, like, this is, like, you can walk, like, there's sometimes, like, Faye will be like, what's that weird smell? And I'm like, what do you think? And then, like, there have been people that come into my core group and are like, it smells like weed outside? Like, officers. Yeah. I was like, yeah, man, I know.
You're like, yeah, bro, that's where I smoke my weed.
No, I did not. I don't say that. Oh,
you should say that. It'd be funny.
No, it is funny. It's definitely funny. But they're like, man, I think I smell weed in your neighborhood. Like the state streets smell like weed sometimes.
All of them? All the state streets smell like weed?
I don't know if all of them do, but sometimes Georgia does.
Yeah.
I'd say sometimes Tennessee as well. Definitely Florida. Definitely Florida.
Well, yeah.
And yeah. And from California down to Florida, I'd say that's all smells like weed.
Yeah, on the lakeside.
Yeah, on the lakeside.
Or is it on the school side?
The other side doesn't have an odor. It's meth on the other side.
Oh,
so,
really? Yeah. Meth? I used to live on the other side.
Yeah, you didn't know
that? I've never even tried meth. Man.
Well, good. Congratulations.
I feel like I missed out on the school side of St. Cloud experience.
No, you know that by taking meth, you can have, like, you take meth one time, and then 10 years later, you can start tripping again off that one time you did that. Like, it's never leaves your system. It's the drug that keeps
on giving, man.
Yeah, not good. And well, when I say trip, I'm not saying like a good one. Like it's like a whacked out crazy trip where like everybody around you's heads turn into Tyrannosaurus heads and everything, and they're all trying to eat you, and they got spider legs.
Doesn't sound very good. I think I'm just gonna stick to caffeine, and I'll be
spider legs, and they're peeing on you and everything. Are you back on caffeine?
No, I haven't had. Well, the only caffeine that I drink now is the caffeine in sweet tea. Because I haven't had soda for almost a year. 2016, I've not had any soda at all. The only thing that I've had with caffeine in it is sweet tea. Mm-hmm. And I think I had one caffeinated coffee this year. But I got to stay away from that stuff. So
I love caffeine.
Yeah, I love it too. It's great.
Doing a sermon on addiction this week.
Yeah,
doing a sermon on addictions this week, and yeah, it's all sarcastic based sermons where I tell everybody to get addicted and how to do it. You know?
Okay,
like, yeah. And so, but
it's weird.
Yeah, caffeine is a great way to get great addiction right there. That I realize I've drinking more coffee lately since the Starbucks has come in town.
Yeah,
because sometimes they give me free coffee when I go in. They're just like, oh, here. Thanks.
Because they're used to you?
Yeah. They know me by name now. Oh, Justin, you want a pike? Yeah, I want a pike. Thanks.
I don't know what a pike is, but it sounds great.
It's a coffee. It's a flavored coffee, dude. It's their main brand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite two facially blessed individuals. Right here, your two favorite bearded preachers aiming to misbehave on this post-election evening. Oh, no. That was scarier than all of October, wasn't it?
The election last night?
Yeah.
It was...
Scared you to bed. Scared you to sleep. You went to bed early. I stayed up all night watching.
Did you stay up till 3?
Yeah, man.
You stayed up for the whole shebang, huh?
I had such a good time with it.
Really?
I had such a... Like, Jesse and I were on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Like, we were playing games for a little while. We were playing some Xbox for the up till about 12.
Yeah.
12:30. Up till about 12:30. Yeah. We were playing games up till about 12:30, and then everybody else was like, yeah, we got to go. But we were, like, watching all the polls and everything, like, holy cow. Yeah, like, right around 11, we're like, Trump might win. Like, that. We're like, oh, Trump might win. And then from then on, Jesse and I just hung out all night talking and watching the polls on our phones on Google. Yeah. The Google polls, which were great polls. Those were the most accurate.
They were not bad. I was checking that, too, because I got sick of watching Fox News. I was going back and forth between Fox News and CNN, just seeing the difference. And I got to tell you, man, you saw that touchscreen TV them guys were using? Mm-hmm. The touchscreen, and he's all zooming into the different states, zooming into the county and all that.
Make you nauseous?
No. I want one of those for my sermon.
Oh, yeah?
To have on the stage with me, so I could be there all touching it and stuff, and being, look at this right here, look at here, we're going to zoom in over there, and look at this right here.
Well, see this word right here, you're going to zoom on it, you're going to, this is pornea, this is, for adultery, sexual immorality, anything, pornea, like, zoom in on pornea.
Well, you would do you make like a Prezi presentation, and then you just zoom into the different things while you're doing it. It would be really cool.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. I don't know how much those things got to be like 80 inches. I don't know how much an 80-inch touchscreen is. Probably going to be pretty steep.
It is.
Might not be cost effective.
I don't know. Well, what you can do is you can get like just the regular size one, and then have it go up to your main screen.
That could work.
What do you mean that will definitely work?
That could work.
I might get like one of those TVs behind us.
Yeah.
That has the slides up and everything like that.
So you're watching it as it goes.
Yeah. So, because like you can't see this, you can't see the slides up there, but if it's behind me, you'll be able to see it. We might do that. So
that's
Dana
not a bad idea
that.
if you're doing the recording thing. If you're going to be doing that, utilizing that tool for a while. Yeah. Usually get you a TV on a stand and just put it up there and just link it into your system. That shouldn't be terribly expensive nowadays.
No, it won't be. So, but I think Dana wanted to do that, so I think we're gonna put that in with the new with our Christmas wish list and everything. So it'll be one of our things, I think.
You guys do a Christmas wish list? Yeah,
we do, and then so we do a Christmas wish list. Ours last year was the most successful one we've ever had, and then this year. Like after Christmas, it just becomes the Northeast wish list, okay? And then we put it through tax season. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got you. So it basically goes from like December through February, and it worked great. It was awesome. So people were really cool about supporting and helping out and donating towards it. Yeah. And it was like we were able to do a lot of stuff. So like we're still like doing stuff like we got a lot of extra donations. Like I'm ordering new chairs, Martin. New chairs, huh? Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. I had to I didn't tell you what we did. We got new lights in the auditorium. New lights? You're doing all sorts of stuff, aren't you? Holy cow, they're gorgeous. Makes the chairs we have right now look horrible, which makes me need to go get these new chairs. Well, you've had them chairs for a hot minute, ain't you? Yeah, but when you put new lights like they are the nice LED or whatever, or LCD, what is it? LED? It's LED, yeah. LED, yeah. Dimmable LEDs. Gorgeous. But it makes all the chairs look horrible because it brings out all the dirt and stains. You're just like, like seriously, I saw a couple of the chairs. I was like, we gotta burn these. They're all like, hey, you think we could sell some of these? Not now. Now that I can see everything. So, I'm sure you can find somebody to take them off your hands. Yeah, I'm sure I can. You can probably utilize them somewhere else in your facility. Yeah, we're going to keep the best ones for backup for Christmas and stuff like that. They're good. They're very nice chairs made in the United States. Oh. Supporting, making jobs. Okay. Hey, you want to know who knows about sitting? Americans. That's who knows about sitting. No one knows you want them to make a chair, not those Asians. We don't want we want to export them over to China and everything like that. Those guys are all the time standing while they work. Exactly. You need Americans. They sit. They know about sitting. We know all about sitting. We know about it. We got big butts. Cannot lie. No. Those other brothers can't deny. So anyways, so I've got narrowed down, waiting for approval, but I might upgrade them a little bit. I'm just kind of, I might, say, hey, let's just put a little bit more into it, so just get like the little nicer chair. Always ask for more. Yeah, do what I gotta do. So what do? They tell you no, and then you say, okay, well, what about this one? Yeah, exactly. It's like, I want $350 chairs. And they're like, no. No. All right. How about these $30 chairs? Perfect. Done. There you go. See? Easy peasy. Yeah. That's cool. I gotta talk my guys next year into remodeling one of the areas of our church, turn it into a welcome center. And then I gotta reprogram the entire congregation to go into a different place than they've gone into for the past 40 years since the thing was built. 40 years of walking in a certain way, I got to retrain them to go into a different thing. And I think that the best way to do that is to make the space really nice and to put food in there. And that will attract people, sort of like it attracts bugs. That's what I'm thinking. Food attracts bugs, attract people too. Should work. It does. It does attract people. I love food. Yeah. You falling asleep there, feller? It's the up till 3 last night thing. Yeah, I hear you. So you were having... I didn't get up early, but the thing is I went to bed at 6 and I woke up at 9. Whoa, so... You stayed up till 6? No, I mean, I stayed up till 3, woke up at 9, so I'm going about 6 hours, which I need, I honestly, I need at least 7 to 8. I know that sounds like a lot, but honestly, sleep is very important and you gotta get your sleep.
I sleep 7 or 8. That's pretty normal.
You do?
Me. That's what I go for. Yeah.
Now, prior to last night, man, I've been doing solid, man. I've been sleeping well. Just getting to bed early. This time change has been fantastic for me.
So you didn't have to get on drugs. You were doing that sleep study. You didn't have to get on drugs. You just need the time change to straighten out your sleep a little bit.
Yeah. You want to hear some crap? You want to hear some crap though?
Sure. Let's.
Knew this was going to happen. So I did my sleep study.
Yeah.
At home sleep study. It cost me $100 to do it.
I
was like, all right, $100. I can do this to see if it's work.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think the results were?
That you need to go in for a $200 test?
A $300 test.
$300 test. Okay.
Inconclusive results. And you know what I said to him? I said, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because like the thing was, like, Faye goes, listen, I really don't think you have sleep apnea. She's like, you know, you can, like, apparently you can tell when people have sleep apnea. She's like, I don't ever think you're not alive. You know, like, she sees me in the morning. I don't ever think you stop breathing. You know, I'm always making noise and everything. And so, so she's like, I don't really think you do. She says, let's just do this test. And if anything comes back, that's fine. But if nothing comes back, let's not worry about it. You know, and that's how I was like. I'm like, nah, I ain't going in. Like, maybe like halfway through the year, maybe during the summer, I will. When my deductible is paid off and everything like that, maybe I'll do it then. You know. But when she said $300, I said, so you mean to tell me I just paid $100 for inconclusive results, and now you want to charge me $300, over $300, it's like $350, $360 to come in? Because it didn't do its job. Because in my opinion, if you send me like this test and I take it, I pay for $100 and it comes back inconclusive, you send it back to me and I don't get charged again for doing it. That's my mind. That's my frame of mind. Because, you know, I did everything it was supposed to do. Yeah. I did everything. I followed the instructions. I mean, it was all on me when I woke up the next morning. Yeah. You know? It was annoying as heck. I hated it. It sucked, but I slept horrible too. I slept absolutely horrible. But but I was just sitting there. No, I'm not doing it again.
Let me get this whole thing straight. You paid them $100 so that you could put some uncomfortable thing on your face because you've been having bad sleep. This uncomfortable thing on your face gives you even worse sleep for the night. And then after you do that, they tell you, well, maybe you need to come in. And you're like, I
had 2 words for him.
I wouldn't go in.
I had 2 words for him, Martin. Can you guess those 2 words? Suck it. I said,
not
going to happen. Not going to happen.
Not
I said, no way. I said, I am not doing that.
Well, you'll be sorry when you drop dead in your sleep.
No, you know, listen. I paid $100 to sleep like crap. That's what I did.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
So, but now I'm actually been sleeping like the last couple of nights, ever since the time change. I've been sleeping great. Like, I'm going to go straight to bed after this podcast.
Maybe you need one of those nighttime masks. Yeah. Maybe you're light sensitive.
You think? Nighttime mask. I might be.
I mean, I don't know. If the time change is affecting you, then it's probably got something to do. It might have something to do with the darkness. Have you been playing with your phone right before you go to bed? Because you're not supposed to do that either. Because the light from your phone messes with your brain's perception of what time of day it is.
I think that, first of all, I think that's crap.
Okay.
I think it's crap. Just like, I think that's... Of course I play with my phone. You play your phone too. What are you talking about?
I know, but I don't have sleep problems. That's the difference.
You told me you were having sleep problems.
That's because I have a stress problem. That's not that... It's a stress thing. If I'm stressed out, I can't sleep. Right. But if I'm not stressed out, I sleep. Because that's the thing.
I'm not stressed out. I'm actually very chill and relaxed.
Well, I'm coming back down.
Having a good time. You're coming back down?
Well, we went through all the... I had like 3 major church events in a week. Mm-hmm. And so all the prep leading up to it, because I had Halloween in the Park, which is a big event for us, because... like everybody in the town, literally half the people in the town run through the park. So that's a big event for us. Did a lot of prep for it. Then we had our revival, which is a big event for us as far as planning and stuff goes. It turned out to be a total bust. I'm going to definitely push to never have it again because it's a complete waste of time.
The revival was a waste of time?
Oh, it was a colossal waste of time, yeah.
What? Why?
Because our people don't show up. If we've been running close to 90 people all year. Like our average for the year right now is 88. That's not terrible for us.
No, it's good.
Yeah. The first night of revival we had 50 people, then we had 30, and then we had 40. And my thought is if we're spending, more than $1,000 on this, but we're not even getting half of our congregation to it on 2 of the nights, then we're not spending the money well. We need to find something to use this money on more effectively. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to do it next year, but I don't know. We'll see what everybody says. I'm not the only one who makes that decision, so I'll make my recommendation and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. But that was stressful. Then we had homecoming, and homecoming also is like a big thing. So 3 big events all in the same week. So I was stressed out a month beforehand. But all that's over now, and I'm coming down.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's going to be stressful again because this is a busy time of year, dude.
I know, but Christmas time doesn't really... I enjoy all that stuff.
Yeah, I understand.
Especially since I'm dropping all the Advent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to do the Advent candle this year. I'm not even going to be there for the first... Oh, I shouldn't say this, should I? I'll whisper it to you. I'm not even going to be there for the first Sunday of Advent. So I ain't even doing it. There. You think they'll notice that? I don't think they'll notice that.
No, they don't listen.
Nah,
they don't listen.
None of them listen to this anyway. It don't matter.
They're like, these 2 dorks. They don't listen to this crap. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, we've been having better listens lately. Like more downloads and everything, so...
We have?
Well, a little bit more. We're upticking.
Surprise.
We're upticking, yeah.
Time to monetize? Is that what we're going to do?
No, well, we ain't there yet, but, we're upticking a little bit.
All right.
As we carry on, maybe we'll be able to monetize sometime in the future. I was thinking we should start. Did I tell you this? This is a plan to get more listens on the podcast. You and we should start applying to all the different churches that we're aware of that are looking for ministers, and then just saying in all of our application stuff, listen to my podcast, Two Bearded Preachers. Now, it will instantaneously get us more listens. Yeah. We'll get more downloads just like that.
That's horrible.
But genius.
But
it's evil,
if you put this in and they actually happen to listen to this, they're going to be like, what a bunch of D-bags.
Well, they might, but
if you leave this part in, they're going to be like, these guys are tools.
Not tools.
Freaking evil geniuses. That's what we are.
Then that's what we're talking about. Look, sometimes to get your name out there, you got to do something creative
or crazy.
Well, hey, whatever works.
It's a little evil. It's a little evil because they're like, "Would like to offer you the job." No thanks.
No thanks. Nah, I'm actually pretty.
I'm actually really happy. Like
I really enjoy where I'm at.
I like where I'm at. I like my people. I like my job. I like my house. I like my town. And and I like the freedom to do this podcast. I really don't want to be any busier.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to intermission. Intermission.
All that VR crap is highly overrated.
Well, it's overrated now, but eventually that's going to be the new format everything goes to. You should be trying to figure out how to use your little camera at church to do your let's go to church or welcome to church videos in virtual reality. That's what you should be doing.
What?
Do you have eGive? You have eGive. Yeah. You do virtual church. There you go. Done deal. All the way through. Virtual presence device.
I bet. Yeah. Huh.
It's just a matter of time, man. You guys can't see this if you're listening, but looking at Justin right now, wheels are turning. I can see him.
I just had a thought.
That hamster wheel is going up there.
Yeah.
He's going to do something innovative now. He ain't going to tell us about it, but he's going to chew on it a little bit. Let us know. Anyway.
I'm pretty innovative.
I believe it. Yeah. Well, look.
I got to get some more Welcome to Church videos out.
Yeah.
What topic should I do?
Well,
that's my problem. I've been like so, because, been doing all these videos at the church again, although they're sermon videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I'm not, I don't know, I'm just kind of a little backed up on editing and stuff, Do
you know what you need to do? Bring somebody into the video part of it. If you need help editing.
Like my new idea is to doing this just in type stuff.
Yeah.
Like a
I like it.
And I'm like,
yes,
this just in, and then saying something stupid and ridiculous that like in the news and everything, and then just kind of being like, what is this garbage,
Mm-hmm.
and then playing it off from there. That's one of my new ideas.
I like it.
I like it too.
I think it's fun.
This just in, your friendly neighborhood welcome to church guy. So
that's cool.
I'm having So that's I haven't done one like that yet, but I think I'm gonna go ahead.
I think that's a fun idea. Anywho, bring somebody in. You got that kid working for you for the youth group, right?
Yeah.
You got your youth minister. Bring that guy in and ask him. Or better yet, bring in some of them youth group members, bring them all in, sit them down and say, hey, you're all the young, impressionable youths. What's going on out there in the world that I am unaware of? And they'll tell you all sorts of stuff.
I'm probably more aware than they are, honestly.
No, you're not. There's a whole other world. There's a whole other world out there that's just beneath our radar. We can't even see it. It's like it's not even there.
New world.
Exactly.
I don't know the rest of all the lyrics, but I can sing in tempo. And the rhythm
really
of the
tempo.
song and the do.
You're going to have to go watch Aladdin for me because you're pretty far off. It's a fine film.
I can't watch Aladdin. Can't watch it.
Does it make you cry because of Robin Williams?
No.
Makes you sad?
No.
I wouldn't blame you.
No.
Oh, you don't like it because of the occult parts of it? Sorcery, witchcraft, flying carpets?
That's part of it. But then I heard the true story of Aladdin. The mythology Aladdin stuff. Oh, this is freaking weird.
Where did you hear
Aladdin is a creeper. I used to listen to this podcast. I got to get back and listen to it because it was so good.
Myths and Legends?
Yeah. I think Myths and Legends.
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite podcasts. But he did the Aladdin one. I hope it's still going. It better still be going. But he did the Aladdin one, and I was like, man, this guy is a creeper. Aladdin is a creeper. In the actual story, he's a total pervy creeper, is what he is.
Look, you leave most people alone, and they're going to do some pervy, creepy stuff.
Yeah, well, Aladdin did. He's a pervy creeper.
Yeah.
Pervy creeper.
Pervy creepers.
So, all right. Well, let's get back to the biggest topic.
The topic at hand.
The topic at hand. So, like I said, I was up till it. We're way off, but pervy creeper.
We're only halfway through the podcast, and we're way down the rabbit hole.
So I woke up. I went to bed at 3:00 last night because I was up watching the presidential election like it was the Game 7 of the World Series.
Right. Not nearly as exciting.
I thought it was.
Did you watch Game 7?
No, but still.
Well, you don't got to watch the whole thing. You can just go back and watch the highlights.
Just watch the highlights.
That's just baseball. All you need to watch is baseball
thing.
Like
you go back and watch the highlights of the presidential election. You're like, dude, that's crazy.
But you don't get the tension.
But when they announced Pennsylvania, I was like, what?
You weren't expecting that one, were you?
No. Like when I saw him leading, I was like, whoa, this is weird. This is weird. Even in Wisconsin too. Those are some that didn't go to him. When I saw those two, I was like Florida. Like when I saw Florida, okay. When North Carolina went, I go, he might win.
Yeah.
And then when Florida went, I was like, holy crap. And I started laughing.
Florida didn't surprise me.
Did it? Well, it did me. It did
Really?
me. Yeah, it did. Like
Who
our
you been
county,
hanging out with?
our county. Well, see, the thing is that
Is this where you
like,
live? Osceola went
Yeah.
blue.
yeah, Osceola went blue. Down in Dade County, they went blue.
Yeah.
You know, but we are the bigger county. Osceola and Orange, Dade County, we're the big ones. Like the big counties went blue.
Yeah, but everything else went red.
Everything else is red. That's the other thing. That's the weird part about it. Like everything else went red. But anyways, when I saw Florida go, I was like, oh crap, he might win. And then I thought to myself, and I said it to Jesse, I said, do you think he's like freaking out like, holy crap, I'm going to have to do this for 4 years now. I might have to actually do this job. Like, he's like, didn't really think he was going to win. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to win? Hey, oh. And then
he's just going to step back and let Pence do everything. He's going to be like, I'm going to the golf course, boy. You better get on it.
Get on it. Yeah. Get to work on that foreign affairs. But listen, he said, but like, so like we saw that, and I was like, and like me and Jesse and a couple of the other guys were like, he might actually win. And because up until when before North Carolina, you kind of thought Hillary was going to win. Up until North Carolina, You're like, she's going to win. And when North Carolina went, you start going, huh? And then Florida went, you're like, what? And then so we start like looking at everything. We're like, dude, even like we're looking on the Google thing. Mm-hmm. Even if she gets this, and this, because like the big one was Michigan. If he got Michigan, which I don't even think Michigan counted up. So they're still counting right now, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that they pulled a Florida on us.
Well, you know, they go a little slower up there in Michigan. Yeah. It's a little colder.
And Arizona, too. Are they even done? Arizona and Michigan weren't done by 11 o'clock today. They were like at 90. Listen, when I went to bed at 3, they were at like 91%. And when it came back at 11, they were at 96%. I'm like, you went up freaking 5%?
Were they sending it in by horse?
Yeah, what are you doing? It's like pigeons? Carrier pigeons? And
it's African swallows.
African swallows, yeah, obviously. So anyways, we're like, and I go, wait, I said, he might get Pennsylvania. And then we all started looking at that. I was like, dude, he wouldn't even need Michigan. He gets Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Yeah. And then like all of a sudden, like I can't remember what time it came in, but Jesse's just like, oh crap, he just got Pennsylvania. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And when we saw that, it just was like, this is ridiculous. I could not believe that it was happening.
So what did Jesse think? Was he surprised?
Yeah, everybody was surprised. Because you know what? Trump was surprised. He's doing the same thing. He's like, oh crap, I have to be president for 4 years. He
really didn't think this through.
You really should have thought this through.
It's like, man, I'm committed for 4 years? That's a long time. Yeah. It's an awful lot of stress. Here's a question for you. You think he's going to die from the stress in office?
I think either one of them would have died in the stress of office.
You think either one would die?
Oh, yeah. Hillary definitely would have died. Clinton, I think, is a little bit more virile. Or not Clinton, but Trump is a little more virile. He's got a little bit more life in him, is what I can tell. But like, there's like, you look at Hillary and like she can barely walk sometimes.
Do you think she has Parkinson's? That's the rumor that's out there on the
Parkinson's.
Internet. Yeah, that she has Parkinson's.
What does that do?
It's what Michael J. Fox has.
Oh,
it's like it gives you
shakes.
Yeah, it gives you the shakes, like a neurological thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Does she shake? Do you notice her shaking a lot?
I've not, but just look at it. She had this sort of fainting spell. Oh, you're saying that the medicinal weed would help cure that Parkinson's?
I'm just saying.
Just calm her down a little bit?
Probably that's probably what she was doing the entire time.
Let me tell you something. If most of these world leaders would maybe toke a little bit, we wouldn't have nearly so many problems. We'd just take that stress level right on down.
Nowhere near as many heart attacks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, nothing would be getting done.
No. The Dorito market would go through the roof. The Dorito stocks would be like through the roof.
You know what made me laugh is that Trump's starting to win and the entire stock market tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. So funny. They don't know what to expect.
It's back up, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's obviously going to go
question,
back up.
what did they think? Did they think, like, the freaking world was going to blow up? I'm like,
I don't
seriously.
know. Based on what I've seen on Facebook, folks think that Donald Trump being the president-elect is the most terrible thing that's ever happened to the world, or the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to the world. There's not a whole lot of in-between.
Yeah, it was almost like when the stock market started going down, it was almost sort of like, this just in, President Donald Trump. Donald Trump is now the new president of the United States of America, and there's a giant hole that has opened up in the earth and is swallowing all of us right now. We have no money. Okay.
No.
Well, sell, that kind of crap. And then everything just plummets and everything. That's what it seemed like to me. But I'm just like, what did you really expect, man?
Here's what I expect. Donald Trump is a man of compromise. That's his whole thing, is that he makes deals. And the art of making deals is compromising. So this man is going to get into office and he's going to make a whole bunch of compromises. So you aren't going to be terribly mad at him, but you aren't going to be terribly happy with him. Because he's going to be making compromises on every decision. Because that's his thing.
He's going to have to.
Yeah. Well, that's just the nature of the beast.
Now, the interesting part is this. I think that for a lot of major Republican issues, let's just be honest. They're going to get pushed through really fast.
Well, I think that he'll push through his economic stuff pretty quickly. So we can anticipate a repeal of some pieces of Obamacare, probably not the whole thing, but
I would not be surprised if we see
it
all done.
I
would not be surprised one bit if we see it all. Because the thing is, like just recently, and this has been one of the big things where people have just been totally outraged about, is that here, like, it just jumped up in price significantly.
Yeah, the premiums skyrocketed
like
a lot.
Exponentially,
Yeah.
And so you're sitting here going, there were promises made that were not fulfilled.
Right.
That's what it didn't fulfill. It made it worse, and it did just make now, with the Affordable Care Plan. If you don't have anything, you get charged for not having anything, or you got to pay these premium rates that you can't afford. You either pay a fine or you pay these rates that you can't even afford. And it's not like it's not. You know what? You can get insurance out there that's pretty crappy, but you can spend more and get affordable care, and it's just as crappy. And or if you don't have anything, you got to pay a fine, and I think that's just absolutely ridiculous, right?
Yeah, they're forcing you to buy a product.
Yes, it's absolutely ridiculous. And so, with that, I think with that right there it's going.
So you think the whole thing is going to get scrapped?
I think the whole thing in the first year is scrapped. I think they're going to repeal everything.
Here's why I don't think they'll repeal everything. It did pass. Now, that's the only thing that Obama accomplished his entire time in office. He used all of his cards to get that thing passed. Yep. I mean, he didn't do nothing else. I mean, you can say he ended the war in Iraq, but that timeline was already in place. He just followed the same timeline.
It was ended before he got in.
That was already set up.
He just walked into it. Bush is the one that ended it.
Yeah. The whole Bin Laden thing, that was anybody in that situation, once he was found and verified where he was, everybody would have done that. That's not a special thing. You just happen to be sitting there when they finally figured out where the feller was. The only real thing that Obama accomplished was passing the Affordable Care Act. A lot of people had to get on board in order for that thing to get passed. So what I think is that he'll be able to, because Donald Trump is a man who makes deals and compromises, he will take the compromise and he will get some of it knocked out, but not all of it. there's going to be elements of
Do
it
you
that
do you
remain
think
in
he's
law.
actually going to make it affordable again? That's the compromise, is what. Because that's the thing; it's
Healthcare
not
was
affordable.
never affordable.
No,
I mean, it's
I agree. But it's the Affordable Care Act is that's the problem. It's not affordable, and if you can't afford it, we're going to charge you anyways.
right because they have to have a way to pay for it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
There's an argument that the entire system is built to fall apart so that they can shift into a single payer system, and which means government is in charge of all healthcare.
Great.
Which is a colossally bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's
well,
but they'll probably
look how they're doing it right now. They're not doing.
We're probably going to move toward it anyway.
Yeah,
even though it's failed in all the just about all the places.
See, the reason why I think is because while Obama did, how do you say, he did put all of his cards into it and push it through.
Yeah,
the way he went about it was totally backwards. Number one, okay.
Well, I mean, he did it the Washington way. I mean, that's how Washington works.
And the way as fast as it was pushed through, I can see it being done in a year. It was done. It was pushed through in 3 months, dude. 3 months, and it was after it was approved.
Yeah, it was
approved. After it was approved, 3 months later, which it should have taken 2 years. That's the thing. Something like that should have taken is as big as that should have taken at least 2 years to enact after it gets approved. It was approved on Christmas Eve too, like at midnight. It was approved on Christmas Eve at midnight, which and that's, I mean, just that right there. It just shows you that, it's kind of
dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's underhanded.
Yeah, it was all done underhanded, and I don't think it's affordable, and people don't really get the care they actually really need, and I think one of those. The reason why I think it's going to go is because while it was one of the only things he did in office, it did not produce what he promised it was going to produce, and I think it's easier to just say, no, we got to scratch this whole thing, and not charge people for not being able to afford it and everything like that, I know it sucks and everything like that.
You're not rich enough, so we're going to give you more taxes. Yeah. That's so hilarious. It's incredible. So, only a Democrat would, because I could see
him getting rid of that totally within the first year. Okay, but I think he's going because I mean, he's got the House, he's got the Senate. Oh, gosh, it's just going to be. It's going to be able to do a lot. I think with hopefully, yeah. I think you'll see anything with what's it called? I think we're going to see some stricter immigration laws and everything, which is interesting. A preacher said to me today, another preacher, local preacher, and he goes,
You're talking to other preachers?
Yeah, man, I do that.
Oh,
so he goes to me, he goes,
don't ever cheat on me again.
He said, Justin, and I said, because immigration is a big thing, we have to talk about and everything like that. It's important for us to talk about that, and it's not just like, this whole open door policy it's not a wise thing to do at all. But because he sits there and he goes, like, personally, do you have a lock on your door? And when you go to bed at night, do you lock the door? Mm-hmm. And I go, absolutely. He goes, yeah, that's tougher immigration means. That's what that is. And he wasn't trying to say that people can't, and like the preacher was like, he's not saying that people can't come in, but there's a process to go through to come in. And you got to go through it, And so, and I agree with that. I think there should be a process that you go through, If I go to another country, I've got to go through a process of getting in there. Okay?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not a big deal, because you got to be tracked. You got to pay in taxes, There is that that's part of being an American is paying taxes and everything. It sucks, but that's part of it.
That's un-American. Yeah, Americans hate taxes. Justin, I don't feel like you hate taxes enough. You need to hate them more.
I need to hate them more. So
yes.
Okay, so Harambe is a dead gorilla that slammed a kid that fell into his cage, slammed him around, beat him up and everything, gets shot.
Yeah.
He gets 15,000 votes in the 2016 election and nudges out Nudges out Darrell
Nudges
Castle.
out Darrell. Now, we don't know that for sure. We don't know. You can look it up.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm too depressed. I can't look it up.
You're too depressed?
As a Darrell Castle fan and voter, yeah, I can't do it.
Isn't Darrell Castle like? Isn't he
Isn't he the Punisher?
Isn't he like Doesn't he have a TV show or something like that
I
called
thought
Castle?
so. Yeah, you would think Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
Castle.
yeah.
That's why I voted for him.
That makes sense.
I would have voted
that.
for Mal, but there was no one named Mal running. So.
Yeah, I would vote for Mal too.